Hey everyone, it's Monica from Pop Corner Reviews, and today I'm celebrating the release of the Broadway musical Hamilton, which is coming to Disney Plus on July 3rd, which is tomorrow. So if you're watching this after the date, it'll already be there. I am so excited that Hamilton is coming to Disney Plus because, sadly, I've never seen Hamilton on stage. And yes, I would love to see it. Unfortunately, when it came to my town a year ago, the tickets sold out so fast. But I hear great things. People love the music, they love the characters, they love the story. So I am super excited to be able to watch this on Disney Plus starting tomorrow, July 3rd. And with Hamilton, I watched the trailer. If you want to watch the trailer with me, I'll put my trailer reaction up here. And with that, I was so excited to see that it's less of a movie, right? It's more of the stage performance with close-ups and, wide shots so we can see what it would have been like if we had seen it in a way in the theater as well. So super excited for that. And of course, I had to do some type of theme treat, and I decided to do some Hamilton pie pops inspired by that iconic Hamilton logo from the poster. As you can see, they're a little delicate because they just came out of the oven, but it's actually a star, which is in the logo as well, with an apple pie pop, and the logo used cinnamon on top to kind of recreate that. So I've got these really cute, really small little movie snack of Hamilton apple pie pops. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to make them. These are great because if you don't want to serve these at a party, I just used one apple and made a handful. I've got a couple more in the oven. They're about to come out right now, but these will be just enough for my husband and I, and anybody else, my neighbors might get a few. So these are my Hamilton pie pops, and I'm going to show you right now what you're going to need. So let's go over really quickly what we're going to need to make our Hamilton pie pops. You're first going to need a baking sheet lined with parchment paper just to help with an easier cleanup. For the filling of your pie pop, I went with apple, so we're just going to use 1 to 2 apples, depending on how many you want to make. We are going to skin these and slice them very, very thinly, just so the pie pops don't have to be too puffy, and then they can keep their shape a little bit better. We're going to mix the apple pieces with the cinnamon sugar mixture, which is about 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of flour, a couple sprinkles of cinnamon to your liking, and then just a little dash of salt and a dash of nutmeg. So just a cinnamon sugar mixture. We're going to mix all that together. Now we are going to be using pre-made pie dough. This is my preferred pie dough. I know some people make their own, but this just saves so much time and it's so easy to work with. We'll just roll it out. It'll be a consistent thickness, which makes things really easy. And we're going to use a star cookie cutter to actually cut out the star shapes very quickly and easily. And then we are going to use a beaten egg wash. So this is egg white, which was beaten, and a pastry brush just to help us get this Hamilton silhouette. So you'll be able to find this on my blog and cut out the shape. We're going to use this as a guide. Anywhere that you can see through here, we're going to brush it with egg white and then sprinkle it on top with cinnamon. So it's going to actually create that iconic logo from the Hamilton posters. And that's going to be on top of our pie dough. To make these pie pops, of course, we are going to need some candy treat sticks, which you can find in the cake decorating aisle at your local store. And that is about it. I do think it would come in handy to also have a knife. Let me get one of those, and I think that we are ready to get started. Okay, because I'm just making a few pie pops at one time, I am just going to be using 1 to 2 apples. So I'm going to start, after you wash your apples, peel the skin off. I guess you could use the skin on, but I prefer to take it off. And by choice, I use this potato peeler. It just makes it a lot easier, but you can also skin apples with, a knife, or if you have another method to do it, that works. Pick your favorite apple. I'm using Honeycrisp. There we go. Got our apple. Okay, now I am gonna cut these into chunks, and then I'm gonna cut it into really small, thin pieces, just so my pie pops can be not as fluffy, or the pieces, you know, it can end up hard to keep the pie crust on top of the pieces, so the thinner the better. I'm gonna cut them in half too, just because the pie pops aren't that big. As you're working, feel free to just put these in your cinnamon sugar mixture, because that's right where you're going to be headed next. Surprised my dog hasn't come down from upstairs. He's napping right now, but usually when I'm in the kitchen, he's curious what's going on, and he loves apples. So if he knew I was cutting up apples right now, he'd probably be looking at me with those puppy dog eyes trying to get a piece. So I think I'm actually only going to use one apple. As you can see, I have a pretty good amount of apples, and for the amount of pie pops that I'm looking to make, I think this is going to do perfectly fine. So I'm going to keep this handy in case we need some extras. But let's just go ahead and mix up your pie with your cinnamon sugar mixture now. Make sure all your apples are coated really well, and that none of the pieces are sticking together in clumps. You want them to be nice and thin. I love cinnamon, so I just eat the apples like this. Yeah, having them warm would be nice, but I don't mind. Cool apples. So here we have with our apple mixture here now. So we're just gonna set this aside, and we're gonna go and we're gonna now work on our pie crust for the pie pops. Okay, so I've actually got kind of a pie mat that I use when I'm doing my pie decorations. So you don't need that. You can just use your countertop, clean space, or a piece of parchment paper, but I'm just gonna roll out my pre-made pie crust here onto it. And I've got my star cookie cutter. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut out a bunch of pie crust stars. Makes it a lot easier having a cookie cutter. Sometimes I will cut these out myself, and it's definitely doable. It's not hard at all to do like custom shapes with a knife and maybe a stencil, but this really speeds up the process. See if I can get on a couple more. I don't know if I made it. Yeah, I did it. So I got 8. That's enough for 4 pie pops. And we can certainly roll out another piece of dough to give us some more. And additionally, we can use the extra pieces of pie crust and pre-roll it out to get as many as we can as well. So feel free to do that. Okay, so I've transferred some of my dough stars onto my parchment paper on my baking sheet. Now I'm going to secure my popsicle sticks. And I'm going to do that just to help them stick and stay in place with a little bit of the egg wash. Put a little bit right in the center of one of your stars, like this. And then we're just going to take this and we're going to press it gently down into the pie crust. Okay, work in progress. While we're doing this step, let's go ahead also and preheat our oven. So I'm going to preheat to about 400 degrees. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to put some of our apple mixture in the center of our pie star. Be careful not to get any too close to the edges because we don't want a lot of spillage, but if you do, that is okay. Just a couple pieces really will be good. I'm going to go ahead put some on here, each piece, and I'm going to go back in and position them as well. I'm just going to move these around a little bit so I feel like they're pretty flat. Okay, and now I'm gonna just set this aside for a second while we work on the top piece of our stars. Okay, so I've got my stars here that we're gonna use for the top piece on a piece of parchment paper. And I am going to be using this little stencil here to get the silhouette onto the top of the star. And then we're gonna shade in the rest of the bottom of the star with cinnamon as well. So I'm gonna use this, place it near the top of where I want it to be. I'm gonna hold it in place while I use some beaten egg wash to just kind of paint over it. And keep it there. And use some cinnamon to sprinkle on top. And you're gonna use your finger just to dab the cinnamon over the open areas. Be careful not to push it under that. This is a technique I actually learned from Jessica at The Pious. That's her Instagram handle. She does some awesome pie art, and this is one of the things I learned from her. I use my Cricut to cut out these little stencils, but you can also use just paper that you cut out from something you printed or drew yourself. We're going to carefully raise that up, and now we've got our little tiny silhouette here ready there. I'm going to go ahead and brush egg yolk over the rest of this star. And then color this in with cinnamon as well. Try to get a crisp border, but if you don't, that is okay too. You may want to keep a paper towel handy because the cinnamon will start to kind of clump up on your fingers, and we don't want that. That I do like to use is a paring knife, which can help us get those really straight edges with our cinnamon. So I'm just going to drag this over it here. Drag some of the excess cinnamon off. Okay, now to adhere the top piece of your pie top to the base, you're just going to use a little egg wash and just brush it along the edges to help the top piece stick. Make sure to cover the base of your lollipop stick as well. And we're going to carefully take our top decorated piece and put it on top of a apple piece. Careful not to disturb the cinnamon topping. Now we're just going to use a fork and carefully go around the edges and kind of push both ends of the pie dough into each other to seal the pie crust, the top to the bottom. Careful to do this slowly because you don't want to disturb or stretch out too much the design. I like to work my way around one side, stop, and go back into the other side. That way I can make sure everything is lining up. It's a little easier to fix it if it isn't. This one is definitely my best stencil for sure. They do not all look quite as good as that one. Oh, that one looks really good. Just so you know, you're not going to want to pick this up by the candy stick until it is baked, because it will just fall right out. So be careful not to pull on that or slide it. Alright, so we have got our pie pops. This is going to be our test bake. We'll see how it comes out, and then we'll finish off the rest. Thank you guys so much for watching and making some Hamilton pie pops with me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you get a chance to watch Hamilton on Disney Plus starting, and it will be streaming on July 3rd. This will be a great activity for our 4th of July weekend, especially if we're stuck at home. And if you want to bake these along, I'm going to have the recipe below in the description. You can find the ingredients and step-by-step instruction there, as well as a ton other recipes on my blog, a lot of geek eats based on my favorite movies and television shows. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe below, and check out some of my other videos. Thanks guys, I'll see you later.